supplements do I take every single day no matter what? Now, a lot of people think about supplements like pre-workout, performance, crushing the gym, and those are awesome. I love me some pre-workout, but health is number one. And what we learned in the past few years is these supplements actually help you with viral defense, with staying healthy, living longer, all those different things. So in no particular order, here are the health supplements I take every day. I travel every week, so I take these with me no matter what. I put them in little Ziplocs, I label them, I'm good to go. Also, where to get these? Most of these are available at tigerfitness.com, but if they're not, now realize we just had a restock, I will put a viable option at tigerfitness.com for what I have here, but we have a lot of these in stock right now. So with that being said, in no particular order, because they're all really important to me, Immortal is a multivitamin pack. Now, it's more than just a multivitamin. Here's how it looks. Okay, it is something that not only has all your vitamins and minerals, high quality vitamins and minerals, also has salmon oil in it, a soft gel, which gives you some omega-3s. It has your greens in it, has liver support, joint support. It has probiotics in it. It also has cardiovascular support, things like red yeast rice, coenzyme Q10. It's an awesome thing. You need to take Immortal. Okay, second thing I'm gonna go over is black seed oil, full of antioxidants. I usually take this at night before bed, 1 to 2 caps, soft gels that is. So I take this. Is this a must-have? Probably if I'm gonna pick what I'm gonna take, this is a little bit down the list, but still, this is something we saw during the pandemic. A lot of people started taking, and for good reason. It does have a lot of health benefits to it. Next thing we're going to now is where it gets a little complicated, right? I like to throw in quercetin. Quercetin's an ionophore. What that does, it helps other vitamins and minerals get into the cells, like zinc, vitamin C. So quercetin's great, also has its own antioxidant quality. This one has bromelain in it. That is from pineapple. That's a source for it, which is a digestive enzyme. So I take this. Now, going over dosing of this, I usually take 4 of these a day. There's 800 milligrams in 2 of the capsules. So it's about 1.5 grams, 1.6 grams of quercetin per day. Love quercetin. Next, vitamin D. I don't even need to say it. Look, vitamin D is something that people are deficient in, especially those of you who live in the Midwest in the winter, which I did for 6 years and it sucked. That's why I'm in the beautiful God's country state of Tennessee right now. Vitamin D3, I like to do 5,000 IUs a day. You could take it in the morning, at night, doesn't matter when, just get it in. That rhymed. Anyway, when you're getting a lot of sun, all right, you might need less need for it, but you know, I look at this as insurance. Just get it in. Right now I'm getting a ton of sun. You tell I'm a little less pale than usual, but you know who really needs vitamin D? Darker skinned people. Black people, people who live in very hot climates. Those are the ones who are the most deficient in D3. Why? Well, the skin's resistant to the sun because of melanin. Also because I don't know many black people who go out and tan. Like vitamin D is very important. So again, take your vitamin D. Vitamin D3 is the form you want. There's also vitamin D2, has some applications, whatever. You want vitamin D3, get 5,000 IUs a day. Everything I'm saying here, by the way, consult with your doctor. I'm not a doctor, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot who wants to live a long time and live a great quality of life. So take that for what it's worth. Next is NAC. NAC, N-acetylcysteine. So I've been using this since the early 2000s in a product called ProLiver by Primaforce. So I had a good dose of N-acetylcysteine, pretty big dose of that, and Silymarin, which is and we'll talk about liver health in a second with another one of these products. That was what was in it. So with this, I usually take 2 to 4 capsules a day, 600 milligrams. So generally speaking, you want about 1,200 a day. I usually take a little extra, especially during like cold season, flu season, when I'm traveling a lot. I like around 1,200 a day. There's 600 milligrams per capsule in this NutriCost version. Again, just get your NAC in. It is a tremendous thing. What does it do? It converts to glutathione in the body, and glutathione is your master antioxidant. Now we're getting into the fun stuff. Bet you didn't expect to see this on there, creatine. So I'm gonna give you 2 options. So these are both at tigerfitness.com. MTS Nutrition Creapure Creatine, which is straight up Creapure. That's the German stuff, not the Chinese stuff. Do I have anything against Chinese stuff? No, that'd be racist. No, thing is, bottom line is, Creapure, these guys at Alchem, they also have another one called CreoVital, which is awesome. Awesome. So they do two forms of creatine, Creapure and Creavital. Creavital is the same thing, but it actually is micronized even finer in case some people have gut issues, which I haven't seen, but it's a thing. Anyway, Creapure, 5 grams a day is the starting point. So I put this in my morning shake every single day. So you want about 5 grams a day, but people have been taking 20 grams. Also, there's new data, 25 to 30 grams actually helps to mitigate the effects of sleep deprivation. I'm not saying don't sleep, just take a ton of creatine, but this is Creapure. It is awesome. Now, what is Atlas? Atlas is from Ambrosia. It's Creapure combined with acetic acid. Acetic acid has so many benefits from glucose sensitivity, glycogen receptors, all that good stuff. Also helps prevent cramping. So I like Atlas. What I'll do, I'll usually take Atlas pre-workout for the acetic acid benefits, and then I'll take Creapure throughout the day. I've been getting about 20 grams in lately. I usually throw 5 to 10 grams in my morning shake, and then I'll take the rest throughout the day. I like about 20 grams. I would die on the hill about 6 months ago saying that you only need 5 grams a day, but I'm willing to admit that I was wrong. Why? Because data showed us that there's a better way. So with this, again, this is creatine mixed with acetic acid. You have a choice here. Again, this has the acetic acid, which is friggin' awesome, but straight Creapure right here. Or if there's a brand you trust that makes a creatine that is Chinese, because if it's not German, it's probably Chinese, and you trust that brand, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying that I just like the German stuff, and I'd rather give them my money as someone who deals with IP on a daily basis, intellectual property. They're the ones who funded all the studies. They're the ones who put this to the market. They deserve your money. Support those who have IP. Next up is Golden. Golden is hydrocurc super turmeric, which means your body actually absorbs it. You need to take it. Inflammation is Satan, and you can look up the benefits of having a good turmeric extract. Turmeric, I don't know how the hell to pronounce it. Anyway, with these, just take 2 caps before bed. That would be, man, you're looking at, what's that, 1,800, no, it's 900 milligrams. 900 milligrams. Take 2 caps of Golden, last meal of the day, good to go. I love this stuff. It helps me tremendously with inflammation. Inflammation, as I said, is Satan. Avoid it at all costs. Now we're getting into the stuff I really enjoy. That I really enjoy. My favorite part of my health stack. I'm glad you waited this long. Nectar, superfoods. So, you know greens powders, they're cool. I make one. So greens powders, you're basically saying this will do something, but you don't really know because you're taking basically grass clippings and saying, all right, here's some stuff. And I like greens powders. I love having those constituents in a concentrated form. Nectar takes all the stuff you want from greens powder and puts it in concentrated extracts. So you got liver health, kidney health, heart health, lung health, all in one. 12 awesome, scientifically validated ingredients. 1 scoop a day is all you need. The flavors are amazing. Fruit Symphony is the best seller. That's available on tigerfitness.com. Company I do have ownership in, full disclosure, called Ambrosia, and it's just awesome. Now, if I was to put a level of importance of things I take, it'd be these 2. These are the most important supplements I take daily, I would say. 100%. Number 1 is Pure Blood. So, look, I lost my good friend Jerry Ward to blood clot, and I've been very cognizant of that. And one ingredient that does help with blood clotting is nattokinase. The problem is a lot of brands just use, like we said with the creatine, they just use some random source of nattokinase, and they don't use enough of it. You want over 10,800 FUs. That is the actual measurement for the clot preventing activity. I'm trying to put this in layman's terms. FUs. So this has listed as, based on the whole, like, everything. So FUs, think of them like probiotics, like you need to have a certain active of that. So this is nattiase. Number 1, nattiase is French, and it adheres to the strictest EU regulations. As someone who's done business in Europe, EU is tough. It's tougher than TGA, which is Australia. It's tougher than Health Canada. It is the strongest validation of an ingredient. This uses nattiase nattokinase, the French stuff, not some cheap Chinese stuff that you got from a random lab in China. Look it up. Nattiase is the bee's knees. Okay, it has it. Now there's actually a lab test on their website. This is at Tiger Fitness too. There's a lab test on Clean Form Nutrition's website, It comes out at over 20,000 FUs when it's tested for FUs. It's the best nattokinase on the market, but they didn't stop there. Citrus bergamot, look at cholesterol, look at lipid profile. Citrus bergamot is amazing for that, blood pressure. Also, vitamin K2. Now, this is the K2 Vital. Again, you look at the trademark and patent holders, they're the one investing in the IP. That's been shown to actually help decrease arterial plaque and prevent it. So you put this together, it's the greatest heart health supplement ever created. It's called Pure Blood by Clean Form Nutrition. I would say that if you're anybody, especially over the age of 30, and especially with all the things we've been seeing with heart problems, blood clots, all these things with spike proteins going around, whether it's from the virus or the vaccine, who knows? Look, man, everybody should take Pure Blood, period. 4 caps at night, you're good to go. Or you can take 2 in the morning, 2 at night. I like just doing all 4 at night. Easy to do. I never leave home without Pure Blood, and I will never run out of it. This is the most important supplement I take. Well, tied for the first. The first would be BHB. Absolutely BHB. Now, this isn't a baggie because while there's going to be a completed product out there, some brands have it. Nutricost, Sports Research, there's a few brands that have it. I'm going to show you an option as well. So go BHB. You've seen this channel. You know I won't shut up about BHB, the greatest ingredient I've ever seen. Think about a creatine you can feel. It's actually in energy drinks. Think about it. It's in energy drinks instead of caffeine because it promotes cellular energy, whereas caffeine promotes stimulant energy. It is used in kidney health formulas by nephrologists. A company called Santa Barbara Nutrients out in Santa Barbara, California, genius nephrologists. They use this in kidney health. It's used in concussion protocols, product called Concussion 911, because its ability to help the brain, BDNF, and everything involved. Everyone, there's safety data in children and adults. Everyone you know should be taking Go BHB. Everyone. This is the sodium that's attached to a salt, right? So I take 10 to 20 grams of Go BHB a day, 10 grams in the morning. Sometimes that's usually pre-workout, like 10 grams pre-workout, then 5 grams split throughout the day. And how do I do that throughout the day? There's a product here that's actually really innovative, really cool. It's called Let's Go. Now it is liposomal, which means it might have better absorption by the body, but this is in a cool delivery where it's a gel. It's got a tangy, sour flavor. There's 4 grams of BHB in here. You rip it open, stick it in your mouth, and just, I'm not gonna go there. Anyway, you suck it down, gives you 4 grams of really high quality BHB. It's called Let's Go. I'll link it down below. No one talks about this stuff. This is such an innovative delivery. And here's what I do. Since I fly so much, I don't always want to put a scoop in a bottle. I notice that when I land, if I take BHB, the effects of flying, usually get off a flight, you're like, eh. The effects of flying do not affect me at all. So right when I land, I usually rip this open, pop it in my mouth. I got my BHB and I'm feeling great. I usually land and I have to go on with my day, go to a meeting, whatever. And I take it. Also, if you're, my kids play football, my son plays football and they both wrestle. One of my sons plays football, they both wrestle. I have 2 sons. Both of them have to be on BHB year round because simply the head risk, the head injury risk, and also it just helps them perform better. They actually, funny story, you might have saw this on the Ben Bickman podcast I did. They gave this stuff to the BYU cross country team, men and women, one year. It was the only variable they changed. Both the men and the women's cross country team won the national title. The odds of both genders, both teams in one sport, that's the only variable they had, winning the national championship, is absurd. Yet they did it. And they credit a lot of that to the addition of BHB into their program. Again, there's other stuff on the market. One's called 1,3-butanediol. It's in a product called Ketone IQ. Liars, fake, don't take it. 1,3-butanediol is an alcohol, and it potentially converts to ketones in the liver. Here's the problem. One of the benefits of BHB, and I've done videos on this, and this is why it works so well with creatine, is giving your body ATP. It actually provides your body ATP, where creatine also works with ATP. So 1 + 1 = 3 when you stack BHB and creatine. That's why I make sure to take these every day, especially for brain health. Talk about performance, everything involved. 1,3-butanediol actually decreases your ATP because your liver, in producing the ketones, completely wipes out your ATP with the 1,3-butanediol. So if you see a product that says ketone in it, make sure you pick up the bottle, turn it around. If it doesn't say Go BHB on it, this logo right here, then it's not ketones. It's a lie. It's misleading. It's criminal. And these people should be arrested, placed on a military tribunal, and waterboarded for the rest of their lives. Maybe that's extreme, but nah, we'll go with that. So that is my health stack. I'm going to list it all down below in the description if you're on YouTube. If you're not on YouTube, here's what I want you to do. You're watching it on X, you're watching it on Rumble. Well, it'll be on Rumble too. You're watching it wherever you're watching it. I want you to go to youtube.com/tigerfitness, the channel you're on now if you're on YouTube, and subscribe to that channel. Because if you haven't noticed, my views suck. So I would love you to subscribe to my channel and help it not suck. Although I have 417,000 subscribers, it appears nobody has me in their algorithm. By you subscribing and watching, it'll move me up the YouTube algorithm, and my channel can once again not suck. But please do that and like the video. Comment down below what your morning stack is. And of course, if you try these supplements, I love this. I want you to email me and let me know how they worked for you. Or if you buy these supplements, message me on Instagram at Marc Lobliner. Email me, mlobliner@gmail.com, mlobliner@gmail.com. Email me and I will respond. I reply to all emails. I reply to all DMs on Instagram. I reply to all DMs on X. Please reach out if you have any questions. But again, this is my stack and I feel I've got it nailed. I haven't felt not optimal. I've gotten sniffles. I've lost my voice. But man, I've never felt better. And I think a lot of it has to do with this. Obviously, especially lately. You know, I know I'm rambling, but I've had lack of sleep. And I've been able to completely mitigate a lot of that. Getting 4 hours. 1 week I averaged 3.5 hours of sleep. Last week was awesome. I averaged 7. My HRV was in the 130s. Let's go. But you know, if you're living a life like you're living, like I'm living, where you have kids, you have a demanding career, health is first. Because you can't work if you're sick. And you can't work if you're dead. And I'm not saying these will prevent death, but I'm saying that they definitely have a possibility. Again, talk to your doctor before taking anything. I'm Marc Lobliner. Again, are you going to like this video and subscribe to this channel? Go to tigerfitness.com, coupon code MAHA, M-A-H-A, MAHA, save you 10% off whatever they carry of these supplements there, and that's not a game.